Good evening. This is Lori Grossman, and today we're going to be talking about the Common Application and the Coalition Application. So if there is one buzzword in the application season, it's the Common App. You're going to be hearing a lot about it. Back in the day when students used to apply to colleges, if they had 7 colleges on their list, they had to apply to each one of those 7 colleges individually. However, the Common Application is one application where over 750 colleges across the country have agreed to use the same application. And so this is the way most students apply to college. The Common Application requires a student to log in and create an account. Once the account is created, they can go into their own Common Application. So the body of the Common Application is asking for general information, students' demographic, members of their households, their educational background, what high schools did they attend. It gives a student an opportunity to report their SAT or ACT scores if they choose. There's a whole section on clubs, activities, volunteer experience, work experience, where students can put in all of the things that they have done throughout their high school career. And then finally, we get to the last section, which is the writing section, better known as the Common App Essay. This is a required part of the application. And what this is a 650-word essay that students have several different prompts to choose from to answer these questions, or ultimately the student can choose a topic of their choice. But the essay can't be any more than 650 words. And once that is written, and I recommend that not only is it written, but it is looked over by other people to get some feedback, maybe some editing from an English teacher or someone who could help you with that. The essay will then be cut and pasted into this box and become part of the application. What's important to note, though, is once you have actually entered your colleges into the Common Application, you'll be better able to see what exactly these schools are asking for. So while every college that uses the Common Application will require the completed application and the essay, there may be some schools that you have on your list that require additional essays. So for example, here for Temple University, you might find that Temple University is asking for you to write a 250 to 500-word essay on why you're interested in Temple University. So you need to make sure that you are giving every college exactly what they're looking for in terms of the application and the application supplements. Now, in addition to the Common Application, there is something called the Coalition Application. The Coalition Application is similar to the Common Application, but there are fewer schools that are part of this. But there are some schools that will only accept the Coalition Application. And if that is the case, then a student has to create an account in the Coalition Application and complete that application. But it is very similar to the Common Application in that it requires the students to fill out all the information about their demographic, their family, their education, their testing, and they also require an essay. But if a student chooses a topic of their choice for the Common Application, they can also use the same essay for the Coalition Application. So those are the 2 main ways that students will be applying to college. And as always, we are happy to help any student or family work through this process. And if you take it step by step, it certainly doesn't feel as overwhelming. So good luck with the college application process, and have a good night.
Hi, this is Kathleen Lynch, and I'm going to go over some information about testing. So many colleges in the United States, though not all, require standardized testing as part of a student's application. The first test to go over would be the SAT. You may already be familiar with this if you've taken the PSAT sophomore or junior year. Cherry Hill East offers the SAT, so does West. You would register through this website. You use your username and password. It's the same one that you would use for your PSAT to view those scores. On this website, you can also search for colleges that would fit your needs, similar to Naviance, but the information is based on national data rather than Cherry Hill East data. You can also get feedback on your readiness for AP courses. And like I mentioned earlier, you can see your PSAT scores. If you're taking the SAT, just have to remember to bring your ID and you print your registration ticket. The ACT is another test that many colleges accept, and no college has any preference. Either ACT or SAT is totally fine, but you would register through this website, actstudent.org. The main differences between these tests, they're pretty similar, but the ACT is a bit shorter. It includes a science section, and all the math sections you are permitted to use your calculator, whereas the SAT, there is one section that is no calculator. And that's it. Thank you so much.